Will you keep Ms. Philpott and Ms. Wilson-Raybould in your caucus, yes or no?
Before we get to Justin Trudeau's answer, a little background. The Prime Minister speaking today in Mississauga, Ontario, to put the spotlight on his government's newly unveiled budget. But the SNC-Lavalin saga continues to cast a shadow on the Prime Minister after a member of his own party breathed new life into the story today. In her first interview since she quit the Liberal cabinet this month over Trudeau's handling of the SNC controversy, former Treasury Board President Jane Philpott telling Maclean's there's much more to the story that needs to be told, but it can't come to light because there's been an attempt to shut down the story, something Philpott attributes to the PM and his advisors. The story involves Jody Wilson-Raybould, the former Attorney General and Justice Minister, who testified last month that she faced constant and sustained pressure by Trudeau and his inner circle to halt the criminal prosecution of Montreal engineering giant SNC-Lavalin. The Vancouver area MP also resigned from cabinet over the SNC affair, but both she and Philpott are still Liberal Party members. Now back to Trudeau's answer.
Will you keep Ms. Philpott and Ms. Wilson-Raybould in your caucus, yes or no?
They have indicated they want to continue to serve as Liberal members. They want to continue to run in the next election as Liberal members of Parliament.
More funding to invest.
Trudeau went on to explain there is room for disagreement within the party. He was also asked about another lingering issue. Wilson-Raybould has said she'd like to testify before the Commons Justice Committee again, asking Trudeau to waive solicitor-client privilege and cabinet confidentiality to let her talk. Philpott weighing in, telling Maclean's, if nothing wrong took place, then why don't we waive privilege on the whole issue and let those who have something to say on it speak their minds and share their stories? But that appears to be a no-go for Trudeau, who said today Wilson-Raybould was already given that waiver and the chance to tell her story.
Oh, and she got to speak fully to that.
But Philpott says, my sense is that Canadians would like to know the whole story. I believe we actually owe it to Canadians as politicians to ensure that they have the truth. Another revelation today, this time from SNC's CEO, who says he never discussed with Trudeau the chance of 9,000 jobs being on the line if a deferred prosecution agreement, or DPA, wasn't reached with his company.
First of all, I've never talked to the Prime Minister about a DPA or about jobs.
Trudeau and his staffers have said their concern was protecting Canadian jobs that could be put in limbo if SNC was convicted of fraud and bribery charges related to deals in Libya. Now, the backdrop to today's developments, a marathon voting session in the House of Commons that started yesterday evening. It stretched all night long into today. It is a procedural tactic launched by the Conservatives.
In 10 minutes, if the Liberals agree to this on unanimous consent.
The opposition protesting, with Conservatives disrupting Parliament with a simple message. As MP Pierre Poilievre tweeted, in part, let her, Wilson-Raybould, speak and we will let you sleep. But the Liberals have rejected that idea. The voting session is taking so long because the filibuster requires 257 separate votes on items in the government spending estimates. And because any vote on government spending is automatically considered a confidence vote, Liberals were required to be on the floor in solid numbers to avoid a possible defeat.